And this time we're looking at the most exciting innovations. And we're going to kick off with broadcast.
Hello friends, my company's name is Broadcast Wearables Private Limited. We're a tech company. We're putting... Is that better? Yeah, sorry. So I'll come again. My company's name is Broadcast Wearables Private Limited. I'm the co-founder. Our brand is Signal, SYGNAL. So we are targeting the niche segment. When I say the niche segments, we are building products, we are building products which are totally different, like something like activewear, something like a sportswear, and maybe you will have your t-shirt, casual wear, party wear, stuff like that. I think the AV will speak for itself. So after this, I'll show you one of the sports devices, one specific product that is a fitness jersey. That's like a Fitbit, but it's a jersey. It has the same functions, but plus it's got navigation. So what I'm trying to tell you out here is, so we are trying to build niche products. Niche means what does the niche customer want to do? He wants to be different. So we're building a chain of a series of different products which can stand apart, which can help the customer look different. He can really stand apart from the crowd. Example, we built an LED purse. The LED purse is, you can just snap the dress which you're wearing. Let's say that's a blue dress, and the purse will change blue. So that's one of the products we will build. Then we have a couple of non-interactive products which will give life to your designs. Example, a Johnny Walker t-shirt. Johnny Walker's campaign is keep walking. So I have a Johnny Walker out here, with that guy actually walking across the t-shirt. So I'll start with my fitness jersey out here. Second AV.
The world's first smart fitness t-shirt. Signal Fitness t-shirt encourages you to stay fit and take notice of the smallest efforts you make. It tells you all you need to know about your workout. The t-shirt comes with a micro USB port to recharge the battery. The Magic microcontroller box is packed with a 3-axis accelerometer, Bluetooth smart connector, power control unit, rechargeable battery. Click on the soft switch to power on the t-shirt. The Signal app is available to download for free.
Okay, so quickly, so this t-shirt also has navigation. So if you want to go somewhere, all you need to do is just type a location, and the t-shirt will have a sensor which will vibrate on your shoulder gently. It'll help you. So let's say you're riding a bike, you don't need to keep looking at the screen. The t-shirt will gently tap you on the left or right shoulder, so it'll help you navigate.
That's all you need, a backseat driver when you're on your t-shirt. Questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, just quickly, it appears that there could be multiple user segments for this.
Right.
So I don't know, in terms of scaling this up, who do you think might be like the primary, secondary users? What has your market research shown you?
Good question. So as I told you, we are targeting the niche segments. We are building a bouquet of niche products which stand apart. So let's say activewear. That one product was the activewear. Then we have a cycling wear. Cycling is the one with the LED jerseys. Then something like a clubbing jersey, where you can just party. You know, it's separate. So niche products which help the customer stand apart.
In terms of pricing,
Yeah.
how much more would it add in terms of cost?
Good question. So we have two range of products. One is interactive, which is controlled by mobile, and non-interactive, which are just your regular t-shirts with LEDs flashing over a fixed design. So something the non-interactive will cost you in the range of about 1,500 rupees, depending on the size and logo what you want. I'm talking about a 1,500 plus tax, the bulk price. Obviously, there'll be a discount on that. And the wearables will be in the range of about 2,500. and there'll be a discount on that.
So the wearables, you mean the athletic t-shirt?
That's right.
How do you charge the T-shirt you wear right now? Is that also with the USB?
Yeah, good question. So this is a mobile control T-shirt. I can type anything on the mobile and it'll flash here right away. I mean, what we keep on wearing different T-shirts with different slogans. You just wear one T-shirt. You can have whatever the slogan you want. So this is also sound controlled. Let's say 10 of you are having the same thing. It's also, let's say you have music is playing, so accordingly equalizer will bounce to the T-shirt.
Is it easy for your friends to hack?
Yes, it's very much so, but that's a very good question. So what we do is like a WhatsApp group, you can actually form a group and enable or disable friends who want to post on your T-shirt.
But my question was, you recharge it in the neck or what?
I'm sorry, please.
How do you charge the?
There's a battery out here. It just stop, and that's about it. So I can just switch on or switch off, and this is like a mobile battery. All you need to just like the way you charge your mobile, just plug in your Android charger and you charge it. That's about it. For 75 minutes, it lasts you about 7 to 8 hours.
What's the life of a t-shirt?
Sorry, please come again.
What's the life of the
So
t-shirt?
we've tested for 38 washes up till now, and it's doing pretty well.
Do you have any patents on these products?
Sorry, please come
Do you
again.
have patents?
Batteries. Yeah, we do have batteries.
Do you have a patent?
Packaging.
Do you have a patent on it?
Oh yeah, we've patented this product. We applied for a patent, so this is already applied for.
Who are your customers rather?
So
Are you selling direct to consumers or are you selling it through other brands to consumers?
Good question. So we've just built these products. We are just a 2-year-old company. We just built the product before 2 months, and now we are formalizing our go-to-market strategy. But we want to, our vision is to be a B2C niche segment brand.
Yeah, I can just see how the world of bad pickup lines and bars is going to change instantly.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Next up, we have Raymond.
Good evening, everyone. This is Raymond. All of you are aware about the Khadi. Khadi is hand-spun and hand-woven product. You must have seen the fabric and this type of ready-made material in the shops. You must have seen there are the certain challenges. First is that if there is a shirt, it has to be starched, maintenance is issue, and the main issue is the fashion. So our main objective was to launch the Khadi is not to have just a product innovation. It is beyond the product innovation, just to co-create the product with the artisans in the small villages, small industries, and come out with the product which can demand a good price in the market and enhance their livelihood. This is more like a social initiative rather than product development initiative. It is great group creation work. Can you start, please? Yeah, how it started the journey. We started with visiting about 100 cluster. Our team of 100 designers went to the cluster, understand their problem, and started co-creating the new product. Basically, we started with understanding what are the limitations first. Limitations were in terms of the type of raw material availability, type of knowledge, and I think there were a lot of requirement for the skills. They were not upgraded with the latest skills and the fashions. So we shared our Raymond expertise in the product development and co-created the new products. So these are the Khadi looks. We have done the fashion show with this, and we could be able to create the new value proposition for the Khadi. So just I would like to show one sample to all of you so that we can understand what type of material I'm talking about.
Okay, can you talk while he's handing them out?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So the innovation is not in terms of the fabric, fiber or garment. It is in terms of the, what you call it, fulfilling the aspirations or proposition, value proposition? Because Khadi has always been there, so there is no innovation.
So, sir,
Yeah.
I would like to answer this question through my product. As the product is being circulated, you can feel the product and tell me what is this. Is this a Khadi, or it's a wool, or it is made in the factory? You'll get some idea about the Khadi.
The finishes.
So, where we brought the expertise? Expertise is to understand what type of fabric yarn is required, what type of set is required in the fabric, and how to come out with the right fabric and the right finish. So, a lot of elements have been shared with the team. So, Raymond can do it, but do in their factories. But how to share these skills with the other artisans who are looking for their livelihood, how to make them self-reliant and create the great value proposition. I think that was a big issue. And we could able to create the product. And initial response is very good. We had launched with the fashion show and everything. And we are looking for big opportunities ahead. I am not looking for big numbers here. Our main is the social initiative.
Can I
and
ask
creating
one
value.
question? What is the consumer opportunity that you are pursuing?
Pardon, sir?
What is the opportunity in the market that you're looking at?
Yeah, a very good question, sir. I see the great opportunity, and if you see the present positioning of the Khadi fabric in Indian market is not to very aspirational level, and if we create an aspirational value around the Khadi product, we can create the very good demand and very good employment, and this will be, I think, the great product from India to the world market. You must have heard a lot of things about the Harris tweed. It is basically a hand-woven handloom. But when you are talking about this product, this is hand-spun and hand-woven both, with having all the features of the mill and with great fashion element in that.
Yeah, so it seems to me that your innovation then is the social entrepreneurship kind of focus, right? You're not you're not just measuring this only by profitability. There are other social impacts, right? Am I correct in that? So your innovation is the forming of these partnerships rather than it's some technologically new product or design. The design's been around for many years, right? So is that the innovation piece?
I will definitely like to answer your question. This is this technology was there, and the product with certain features was there. This has been absolutely an attempt to transform entire Khadi with giving the new look, new features, and new creating
so it's
the
applying
new
old materials in new
transformation.
ways, right? Applying old materials in new ways, and then also it's the partnerships with these groups to create them. Okay.
So there is an organization called KVIC, which is part of the government, and which has been working quite a lot on the Khadi for many years. So how is your work different than theirs? Because they have been trying to promote Khadi and trying to retail as well and work with the workers, and do this innovation in design and give them know-how and all those things. So how is your work different than KVIC's work?
I think this is an excellent question, sir. And when I met first time to KVIC chairman, Mr. Vinay Kumar Saxena ji, he asked me the same question. How Raymond can bring the value for the Khadi. See, Khadi is there already, but what Raymond can bring the expertise. Raymond can definitely brings the lot of experience in the development, and not only this, Raymond can do in everything in-house, but definitely is the sharing, is the knowledge, creating the infrastructure. And main objective is not only just to provide the livelihood to these people, but bigger thing is how to improve their earnings. If see the present scenario, there was, I think 2-3 days back, there was an article in the Times of India where it was mentioned that there has been drop in the overall about 7 lakh meters in the output of the production, but the KVIC overall revenue generated has been increased to 30 to 32%. So, why the young generation is not getting into the Khadi? I think that's a big question. This is a great initiative to provide employment to rural India. So, but this product has lost its luster and there is no aspirational value. To bring those aspirational value and provide a good sustainable product to the consumer, I think this is the very good product where there is no any machinery or anything is involved in making the yarn itself. So it's absolutely eco-friendly, highly sustainable, and create the great employment with great value addition. So when initially the fashion was missing, technological knowledge was missing, and that's where the look was aspirational.
So are you saying all these issues have been addressed, or you plan to address them in future?
I will say we have started working with the few clusters, and we started sharing the knowledge, and we started offering this material into Indian market. We also will be selling through KVIC stores moving forward. So this has been started, but yes, there are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of problems also. You can understand. Spinning is done in the small villages and small houses. There is no centralized place. So one spinner, generally ladies, they are working on this spinning and everything. They make about 50 grams of the yarn every day. To collect all this yarn at the one place, combine and make a fabric out of it is a big challenge. So a lot of coordination challenges are there. Setups were missing. So Raymond is taking a lot of initiatives and providing all necessary infrastructure to take this product to next level.
Can I just ask, yes, you're making Khadi cool again, but is your target market buying it?
Target market
What's
buying.
the reaction been from what has the reaction been from consumers?
Reactions from the consumers have been very good. Even many people couldn't able to find out what is the mill fabric or the Khadi fabric. So that fashion element, finish, look, and the garment styling had been very good.
And people are buying it because it's Khadi?
Yeah, there's a lot of, I think, national values are there. It's definitely a lot of story. I think Khadi is a great story, not only for India, it's for the world market also. We have been receiving a lot of inquiries even from the export market. They are also showing the interest in the Khadi.
Okay.
And are you wearing Khadi today?
Yes, sir.
Are you also wearing Khadi today?
No, he's wearing Harris tweed.
I am wearing Raymond.
Thank you, Raymond.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Up next, we've got Birla Cellulose.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We belong to Birla Celulos Grasim Industries. With LAPF, Liva Accredited Partner Forum, we've tried to achieve something different, where it's an accredited partner forum of viscose textile value chain, where we nurture the value chain and also bring them business. We've done this by launching a consumer-facing brand. We've tried to cover everything through a short video, and if the jury has any questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
had one query. How different is this campaign compared to the Woolmark campaign?
Actually, viscose is generally considered as a commodity sort of, which is not known to the consumers practically. So we are trying to create a brand out of that. And Liva was born in 2014. And to deliver the promise of Liva, we created the forum called Liva Accredited Partner Forum. So it is sort of a consortium of value chain partners from.
So I got all of that. My question was actually how different is it from the Woolmark campaign? Why should it fit into this category and not go back into the other category?
It is not very different. It is similar to that. It is the ingredient brand, basically the way even Woolmark promotes wool. But it is particularly specific to one company. It is not for overall viscose manufacturers. It is only for Birla Celulos based viscose. So that is the only difference.
I think one of, just to add on to it, one of the differences, Woolmark tends to be only an ingredient brand. They don't work with the value chain completely. So what we are trying to achieve is that we are trying to increase the overall market itself. It's not that we are trying to increase the wool just by advertising. We are working with the entire value chain. So I was going through the presentations which were happening before, W, lifestyles. So if you look at it and ask those guys, they would have noticed in last 3 years, the share of viscose in their product range has dramatically increased. So it's not that we are increasing only for one particular brand. So we are working with the entire value chain right up to the consumer level, which is very different. I don't think, except for Intel example, which is there's any other brand which has done it so far. The only closest we found is the Lycra, which was there. So that's how it is, slightly different.
So I think you said it launched in 2015. Year-over-year sales, have they increased? Where are you right now?
Yeah, we have really seen that in the sense that our figures are slightly different to understand. Like when you're looking at a retail side, we talk about maybe the number of garments or number of turnover. We don't measure it that way. We measure in the terminology which is called as tons per day. So how many tons of viscose gets consumed in the value chain? That's how we look at it. So if I look at it from last 2015 to 2018, we have jumped by about 65%. So that's a pretty huge jump that we have seen. And the game is that it's not looking at only the Indian market. We are looking at international market. There are a lot of people, retailers who come to India and source their garments from India. So we're looking at that angle as well. So yeah, all the international brands. And to add on to it, we have just opened up a studio in New York. So the idea is how easy can we make for international players also to have a look at what we can do in India.
And as part of the innovation, have you been able to work in different categories of garment where viscose was not used before as part of this promotion?
Sure. Some of the categories, some of the very difficult categories to break in has been intimate wear. Intimate wear has been very closely linked with cotton. The moment you say intimate wear, the first fiber which comes to your mind is cotton. So we have managed to break into that category itself. So now if you, one of your girlfriends, if goes into the market and try and buys camisole, it would be made out of viscose and not cotton. Leggings. Legging is one brand which has really come up in a big way in last 10 years. It had been dominated by cotton for a very long time. But now if you go into FEB or W, you will find that at least 30-40% of that legging share has been taken over by viscose. So we are going each category by category. We have managed to crack few. We are looking for a few more.
Yeah, I'm trying to fully understand how, what the innovation is here, because innovations could be like a new product or a new process or a new format, or is it finding new markets, new segments to apply your viscose to? Is that what you're saying your innovation is? Because you didn't like develop the fiber in the fabric, right?
No. So there's no innovation as far as the fiber is concerned. So it's an innovation of the process itself, from the line that viscose, what was happening in the value chain. If you look at an Indian value chain, it has been very heavily dominated by cotton. So if you look at our spinners or processors or weavers, we have been very comfortable over the years to make cotton fabrics out of India. And even if you look at integrated international players, they used to come down to India to source cotton. Now what we are trying to change is the mindset itself, number one. Number two, give a support to the value chain to start manufacturing viscose in their current system, in the current setup. It's not that we are asking them to change the system itself. We are supporting them in terms of if you are not able to get a shrinkage, our technical team will come down and help you do it. So it's not a bookish knowledge. We have a technical team which visits the value chain work along with them so as to improve their system itself. My point is, Gap is not going to come into India and buy if there is a shrinkage issue. So the idea is, can we help the value chain itself?
Okay.
And isn't it something your nearest competitor, Lensing, has been doing through Modal? Are you not doing something similar what Biju asked with Woolmark? I think Lensing has been doing
I think Lensing is not doing this way. We are trying to integrate the entire value chain actually. We are trying to empower them to deliver better product day in and day out. And that has helped in our growth actually. If you see, fiber growth was only 3 to 4% in India last 4 years, but we have grown by almost 14%. So that is what is different as compared to other fibers and other categories.
Lensing tends to work more with the brands. So if you look at Lensing tends to go to them, gets the nomination and goes down, and those orders are passed down to the value chain. What we are trying to do is, yes, that is one way of working out it. We are doing that also by opening up a studio in New York. But what we are trying to do is that they can buy from either way. They can go to China, they can go to Vietnam and buy it. What we are trying to do is, can we get an Indian value chain itself to start manufacturing viscose, which was not our plus points for so many years. We have been dominated by polyester. We have been doing pretty well on cotton. Can we get a value chain itself to kind of embrace viscose? That's what we are trying to achieve.
Thank you, Birla.
Thank you. Thanks for giving us this platform.
And our last entrant in this category, Myntra.
Hi everyone, my name is Anurag and I have my colleague Yash here with me. We are from Myntra and today we're going to talk about a technological tool innovation that we have done which is called VOTA. Our workplace is a very, very interesting combination of fashion and technology. Fashion retail being our core business and technology platform being in our DNA. And some of us wondered a while back that how cool it would be if we can marry technology into fashion design. Something which is traditionally a domain of the creative, and how can we use data and artificial intelligence to get more creative, get more precise about designs. What resulted was a 2-year journey which culminated into a product called VOTA. We have a short video over here which describes the concept as well as what we have achieved through that, and after that I can take any questions that you have. What we couldn't talk about over here was how we actually used it. We have actually used this technology to build 2 brands at scale for Myntra, which happen to be one of the most fastest growing and most profitable brands for Myntra. Essentially, the design insights which are generated using this platform have been put to use to create brands.
So where is the, between, let's say, fashion trends which you're seeing across the world and trying to understand what a trend is? There are 2 parts to trends. One is what's on offer, and the second is what is selling. How do you get what is selling?
One great thing about being at Myntra is we have 30 million consumers buying every month, so we know what's selling in India, especially online. It's difficult to find what's selling outside because any other retailer won't share their sales data. There what we do is we crawl those websites every day. So every product selling on, let's say, a Zara, we know how is it ranked, what discount is it at, how soon does it stock out. And using all these as, signals, we figure out what is selling in those websites.
Where does the AI come into play?
So how to rank a product based on these factors, that is one place where AI comes into play. If you looked at the product, there are a lot of very deep granular attributes that we are giving insights on. And those attributes are not available when you crawl those websites. So we have to actually analyze the images. So if you see a dress, you have to figure out what's the pattern on it, what's the neck on it. So a lot of
Is
AI
that done manually or are you doing it?
That's done using computer vision and deep learning. Yeah.
Thank you, Myntra. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this part of the evening.